Welcome, Virgo. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. Just know that I do get a lot of people taking up that offer. So if I don't get back to you right away, don't worry. I absolutely get back to everybody who subscribes and asks a question. Now, this month, I have to start out with saying happy Valentine's Day for all of you that follow Valentine's Day. And this month you have got some wonderful cards coming up for you, particularly if you are perhaps in love or looking for some love. But your energy this month starts out with the sun, and I couldn't think of anything more beautiful than the sun to start off a month. And that talks about success. This is a card of success, of joy, of ecstasy. It's more than joy. It's just such a wonderful, happy card. And the sun brings about wonderful new ideas, incredible ideas with infinite possibilities and opportunities. And they are sort of entering your consciousness. And when they come through for you, Virgos, act on them, because they are gifts from the universe for you. And this is someone as well who, when the sun card comes up in a spread, it talks about your self-confidence growing and it's on the rise. And this is just such wonderful energy for you. So keep your thoughts really positive. And when you get the sun card, no matter what you've got planned, there is just no way you cannot be successful. It is just wonderful. Now, I think Leo got this card, and I think Leo got a few of the same cards as you. So maybe you might have a rising sign or something in Leo, or Leo's significant for you, so check that out. But it is just such a wonderful card. Now, this card also talks about regaining any health issues. Like if you've had any health issues, you're going to be coming back to physical and emotional health. So if you've been struggling with anything in the past, you can know that February is going to really see in some wonderful new a healthy mind, healthy body, healthy soul kind of energy for you. Now you've got the Six of Pentacles as well. So money is looking quite stable for you. Now, I feel that you are going to be in a position to be able to even help people out financially. You are such a caring sign, Virgo. So you always do help other people, but the Six is this card of abundance and also of generosity. So as I said, you could prosperity's kind of, because it's entered your life in the form of gifts or increases in salary, just because of the wonderful work that you've been doing. You could also be giving to other people and helping out, like charity, in terms of charities and those less fortunate than yourself. But what the Six of Pentacles also talks about is the positive power, the power of positive thinking. And because you've been doing that, you've actually brought this abundance into your life yourself. And you really need to congratulate yourself, Virgo. Now, this card can also talk about paying off debts or paying off favors that perhaps somebody has done for you. You're now in a position to pay off those favors and eliminate any kind of obligations that you have to anyone else. And it's kind of a very freeing energy. And because this is a card of charity and of giving to others, whenever you do that, It's like the universe just gives it straight back to you, and it provides you with more of what you're doing. So it's just all of this positive thinking, power of positive thoughts that you're bringing into your life. And if you're not in a position to actually give financially, you might even be giving of your own time or your own energy and sort of helping out those less fortunate that way. Now you've got the Three of Wands there, another great card, Virgos. This is that card that is your ships are coming in. You've put in the energy and you're kind of reflecting on what it is that you've done and the work and the passion that you've put into getting yourself to where you are now. And your success, you've got the sun there, and it's been so encouraging because you have actually been achieving some success quite a bit for yourself, and it's very uplifting for you. Now, although not all of the rewards that are yet to come to you have presented themselves, when you get the Three of Wands, your ships are absolutely coming in for you. So you don't need to wait for them to come in. You can start planning on that next step, that next phase, and sort of asking yourself, what can I create now? What's the next stage? How do I expand on the success that I've already attained? And if you look at this figure in the card, he's hanging on to the wands and he's looking out into the distant horizons. And what this is kind of saying is you can do this too, and now you can dream even bigger dreams, because that sun is telling you you are going to have success, Virgos. You really, really are. Now, the Knight of Swords. Now, a lot of sword cards have been coming out. A lot of signs have had those sword cards. And the Knight of Swords is a card of movement. All knights are energy, moving energy. And these are fast moving thoughts, faster moving ideas. And the Knight of Swords is so fast. You might be coming from a place where you feel like things have been moving slowly, or perhaps haven't even been moving at all. But when the Knight shows up, it's like stepping into that whirlwind. And it's a card where it speaks of you taking action. And because it's swords and it's to do with thoughts, ideas, intellect, it's like you're thinking your way through successful solutions to any issues or plans that you might have. You're actually using your mind to do that. And when the Knight of Swords comes up in your reading, one thing it always talks about is making decisions based on your intellect rather than your emotion, because that's what swords rules. Swords rules the intellect, your mind, your thoughts. Now, often with the Knight of Swords, because the energy is so swift, sometimes it's difficult to think through all your choices, but it's really important that you must ponder all the alternatives of those choices. So think about the repercussions of what your choices have. Okay, now I do see you've got the Seven of Swords there as well, which I'll go into, but I feel this is connected with that Knight of Swords a little bit. It's really important to ponder things fully and consider the consequences of your decisions before you get too far down the road that you can't come back. You know what I mean? So although it's fast moving energy and things are going to be moving quickly, your ideas, your thoughts, try to ponder all of your decisions. Now, you do have the Eight of Pentacles there. I like this card. This is a card that talks about working, sort of mastering a craft. You perhaps have commenced a new job or commenced a new project, and it's like almost like you're an apprentice and you're learning how to get that skillful energy that usually shows up when you get the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles talks about having that skilled craftsmanship. Well, the Eight of Pentacles is that card that talks about you trying to learn and get better at what you do. You know, you're really honing whatever skills that it is that you're working on. And you know, you've worked really hard on a particular project, whatever that may be. This could, you know, it's earth, it's the physical self. It could be building a home, it could be building a career, it could be working on yourself personally. And you've worked really hard, and you're going to continue to do that until sort of you've attended to everything that you want to attend. You know, you've gotten everything down pat, so to speak. Virgos are very meticulous in the way they do things, so I feel that you are really working hard to get everything exactly how you want it. Your eyes are set on perfection, and you're determined to make the grade, and you will. You've got the sun. You are going to have success. So, and you know, for some of you, you might actually be going back to school. You might be taking a seminar, doing some online courses, anything that has to do with educating yourself or developing your skills could be coming up for you in February. Now, back to the Seven of Swords that I touched on previously. Now, the Seven of Swords is that card that can talk about your decisions, and perhaps decisions that aren't in your best interest. And it could be that you perhaps aren't on a path that you're meant to be on right now. So this is where I was saying it's connected with that Knight of Swords. You know, if you've got a decision or an idea that comes through inspiration, that comes through that sun energy, just think it through, because it could be that it might not be the best, either not the best timing or the best choice for you in the long run. And, you know, it could also be that you're oblivious to the actions of other people as well. So this could involve other people in your life, that perhaps a situation that you perhaps might be choosing to become involved in, where you're not fully comprehending what the actions of other people are going to be, or how they're going to affect you. So it's almost like something is being taken away from you when this card shows up. And it could also mean a loss of freedom. So be careful just in your decision making, and really think it through in February. What you don't realize often is that it's actually you yourself that's taking away your own independence by your choices. So you might think that, oh, this person's, you know, causing me to lose my freedom, but it could be you that has chosen to be with this particular person. So be really careful about that. Now, also, this card, and this is another message for some Virgos. This is a general reading, so please take from it only what resonates with you and let the rest go, because it is general. So I'm just giving you the general meanings that are coming through. Now, This card can also talk about a lack of focus and a lack of focus on your own needs and your life purpose. And this is kind of creating a sense of limbo. You're not going forward, you're not going back, and you just don't know where you want to go next. So it could be that energy as well. But, you know, this can also talk about your plans might be great, but it just could be that the timing of the plans themselves needs a little bit of adjusting. Could be that it's just bad timing. It's not necessarily you're making bad choices, just it's not the right time to do what it is that you're planning to do. Now, from that energy, you go to another most wonderful card. I mean, you've got the Sun and you've got the Nine of Cups, and that is the wish come true card, Virgo. This is one of the most joyful cards in the deck, and it lets you know that your dreams are coming to fruition. Everything that you've been dreaming about is coming to you, and you've got so much to be grateful and joyful about. And when this card jumps from the deck while shuffling, which it has, because that's how I do my readings. I use jumpers, which means I'm shuffling and focusing on Virgo and February and your energy, and they jump from the deck. So if this card is a jumper, which it is, it's a good time to make a wish, Virgo. So you've got that make a wish card, you go for it. You know, this card can also indicate enjoying great luxury and beautiful things in your life. You know, Virgos, you are so beautiful, so you deserve beautiful, luxurious things around you. And your final, well, it's not your final card, your final tarot card is the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands is quite a feminine energy around this, and it asks us to stand your ground and defend what you believe in. And it also asks you again, so this is a very important message for Virgos in February. It asks you to ponder your choices. And because this message is coming through in the Seven of Swords, it's coming through in the Seven of Wands. I mean, 2 sevens. I just realized that as well. You really need to think about what it is that you are choosing to do, because when the messages come through twice in 2 different cards, it is kind of important. But you've got 2 sevens there, and sevens talk about a lot of soul searching. You know, there can be a longing for more out of life when the sevens come through. So you are yearning for something else, and you might be there sort of assessing how far you've come, assessing your progress, and you might be thinking that you're still lacking. And it can be easy to be a little bit unkind on yourself and bring yourself down because you feel like you haven't achieved what it is that you want to achieve yet. But really, like I said, you've got the 7 there, you've got that Make-A-Wish card, you don't have to worry about that. So just to go back to the seven of Wands, if sometimes, you know, it's worth standing up for what you believe in. If you absolutely believe in your convictions, by all means, stand your ground and fight the fight. That's what the 7 of Wands talks about. But alternatively, it also asks you to ask yourself the question, is the battle worth the fight? And would it be better off letting go of your need to chase after a particular issue, and instead, redirect your energy and your focus to something that you consider is more important than winning that particular battle? And, you're going to grow stronger from whatever challenge that you are faced with. And, just, yeah, listen to your intuition on that one. Whether it's better to fight the fight and stand there and stand your ground, or just, let it go. Now for your final card, and this might actually help you make the decision in terms of what the issues are coming up for you in the Seven of Wands there. This card is accepting what is, and I'm going to read the meaning from the actual card, from the actual book. This is the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. They are such beautiful, simple imagery, but when you look at them, the images they really spark my intuition. So I don't know if that's going to help you as well, but this card, accepting what is, and the affirmation for this card is, I accept and embrace my inner majesty. So say that to yourself while you're meditating in February. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Now, the meaning of this card is, accept your life in all its configurations. Know that every moment, situation, and event has profound value, even if it doesn't seem like it. Accept your inner majesty. Be present. You are magnificent and wondrous beyond measure. Embrace all parts of yourself. The universe wants you to know it is an act of both power and faith to love, honor, and accept what is. At times, it can be challenging to truly accept what's occurring in your life. When you do so, however, you affirm that there's a plan for your life and that everything is working for your highest good. Accepting what is doesn't mean that you can't work to change it, because you can. It does mean that there is gentle yet profound awareness that every experience can support your highest good and spiritual evolution. If there is something you just can't accept, start by gently acknowledging the fact that you can't accept it. As you increase your own acceptance in life, this will help others be at peace in their own lives. So that's a really deep card, Virgos. That really is. So this kind of says you can either, and I do feel this is connected with that Seven of Wands there. You can stand your ground and fight for what you believe in, or you can just accept that you can't accept that other people or certain situations are the way they are. And when you just turn that inward and start to accept yourself and what you believe in, everything else will fall into place. So I hope that made sense, and I hope that resonated with you, Virgos. Have a wonderful February. If you are into crystal jewelry, check out my website at kazana.com.au. There are beautiful crystal pieces there, all handmade, designed and made in Australia by an Australian designer, one-off pieces only, and the meanings of those crystals are on that website as well. So have a wonderful February. Did I say happy Valentine's Day? Happy Valentine's Day, Virgos. Have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.